Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amber Joy and I'm back with another video. If you're new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified every single time your good sis posts a new video. As you guys can see by the title, today I'm going to be talking about something I am passionate about, which is feminine hygiene. The topic of the day is how to stay fresh or how to smell good down there. When I say down there, I'm talking about your downstairs area, the front and the back, and all in between, okay? The first thing I want to say is that everyone has their own scent. Now, there's a difference between having a scent and having an odor. A scent is just your natural smell, a smell that you're going to smell like regardless whether you use extra products to enhance how you smell or not. It's just your normal body scent. And then an odor is something that you probably don't want. It's something that doesn't smell the best, something that smells kind of foul. I just turned the lighting down on my ring light, so if you guys see a change in lighting, that is why. Hopefully it doesn't bother you guys, but yeah, I had to turn it down a little bit. It was a little too harsh for me. So just accept your scent and know that it is okay if you don't smell like cookie dough and ice cream and flowers and peaches and cream. It is okay if you don't smell super sweet, however you imagine your kitty to smell. It's okay. Also, if you're watching this video because you have an odor, that's okay too. I'm here to help, and there's plenty of other videos on YouTube to help. If you absolutely cannot find a natural suggestion to helping yourself with your odor, I would absolutely recommend seeking professional help and professional advice, because maybe it's something deeper that I'm not able to touch on. So yeah, definitely accept your scent and know that everyone's body is different. Everyone's body works differently, and so what works for my body may not work for your body, or what works for your body vice versa. Also, I'm going to talk about discharge. It is normal to have discharge, so I'm not going to go into detail of what your discharge should look like, what it should smell like, because once again, everybody's body is different. But it is normal to have discharge. If you're having discharge, it's just that your vagina's way of cleaning itself out, so have no fear. Don't think anything is wrong with you. Now, I would say if it's a foul odor, or it looks funny, or if it feels funny down there, then maybe you should seek professional help. But if everything seems to be running smoothly, just know that that's your vagina's way of cleaning itself out, okay? So it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. Next thing I want to say is that your downstairs area, the front and the back, there's a lot of oil and sweat glands down there. So if you're very active, you move around a lot, you work out a lot, you sweat easily, that can be causing odor as well, because maybe there's leftover oil or leftover sweat or dirt when you're cleaning yourself. Maybe it's the products that you're using, maybe you're not cleaning properly, maybe you're not wiping properly, whatever the case may be. But there are a lot of oil and sweat glands down in that area as a whole, so keep that in mind. So now that we got that out the way, as far as scents and sweat glands and all of that stuff, I want to talk about what you can put in your body to help with how it smells, and also things that you may put in your body now that could be causing the odor. So I have a list of foods and beverages that can enhance the smell of your downstairs area. Of course, yogurt, that is a probiotic. As we all know, yogurt can be a good and a bad. Too much yogurt can actually throw off your pH balance. You guys know about your pH levels. Nutrient-dense fruits and vegetables are good as far as enhancing the smell of your downstairs area. So apples and pineapples are strong in antioxidants. Lemons, celery, water is great. Obviously, water helps with your pH balance, so that's why we should stay hydrated. Of course, you need to stay hydrated regardless, because your body is made up of majority of water, and so you want to give that back to your body to replenish it. But the same thing works for your downstairs area. You want to make sure you're keeping it nice and juicy and hydrated, okay? So lemon water is good too, but lemons by themselves as well as water by itself, of course. Ginger tea is something that's good as far as helping with the scent. Okay, so there's this thing where like cranberry juice is supposed to be really good for your downstairs area. So to be specific, if you're going to drink cranberry juice, make sure it's not juice cocktail. Make sure it's 100% cranberry juice. So if it's not opening up your glands and make you go when you drink it, that's not the real deal. You want to make sure it says 100% cranberry juice, not juice cocktail, because it's a difference. Juice cocktail, I think, contains artificial flavors and sugars, whereas 100% juice is natural sugars, so, and natural flavors. What cranberry juice does, it helps with your urinary tract. So a lot of times girls are prone to having UTIs, or bladder infections rather, and so Cranberry juice is supposed to help clean that out and to help keep that flowing like it's supposed to, help balance out your pH. Make sure if you are drinking cranberry juice on a regular that it's 100% real cranberry juice and not juice cocktails. Also, UTIs and bladder infections and yeast infections, all of those things cause odor. So if you have a UTI, your pee stinks, or your downstairs area just stinks in general, it has a foul odor, those also cause odors as well. Now here are some things that you might be intaking on the daily basis that may be causing an odor. So if you're eating a lot of onions and garlic, a lot of the times people say you are what you eat, or there's a saying that says you are what you eat, and that is true. If you eat a lot of fish, it comes out through your pores, so you might start to smell like fish. If you eat a lot of onion and garlic, you might start to smell like onion and garlic. Sugary foods and drinks. Sugary foods and drinks can throw off your pH balance, like if you drink too much soda. So I would say try to find a healthy balance. Have a more water to soda ratio going on. I would say try to cut back to drinking maybe 2 to 3 sodas a week. I know that's a lot for some people, but I know myself, sometimes I need that like carbonated fix. Another alternative would be an ice drink, or maybe even a salsa water. Not enough water can cause odor, of course, because if you don't drink enough water, it can throw off your pH balance, and your pH balance being thrown off can lead to infections, which come with odors. So yeah. Too much dairy. If you have too much dairy, it can be an overgrowth of bacteria down there, causing yeast infections and other things that you don't want. So I would say eat yogurt in moderation. Let's talk about cleaning the vagina, because there is like a whole bunch of do's and don'ts, and it could be kind of controversial as to what you should clean your vagina with and how you should clean it and all this other stuff. Okay, so feminine washes. There is a great debate behind feminine washes. You might see some of these videos on YouTube where they say use Vagisil. No, use Summer's Eve. No, use Honey Pot. Use Dove. Use Dial. Use an antibacterial soap. Listen, the reason why this topic is so controversial is because a lot of the feminine washes that are made on the market have harsh chemicals in them, and they are used to keep you clean, but depending on the body and the sensitivity levels, a lot of the times it'll strip away that natural bacteria layer. It'll cleanse it too much, basically. And if you over cleanse your vagina, what do you think happens? It's going to react, and it's not going to react well. So sometimes these feminine washes are a little too powerful for that delicate area. Think of your downstairs area as a flower. You want to treat it like a flower. You want to treat it like the delicate flower that it is. So also there is a myth that you're not supposed to use soap. Listen, I'm here to tell y'all what works for me, and in hopes that it works for you too. You cannot use soap if you want to. I'm gonna use soap, okay? Now this is what I will say. I don't put soap up inside of me. That's a no-no. You don't want to put soap up inside of you. You don't want to put anything up inside of you but water. So the whole, oh, it just needs water. Yeah, the inside just needs water. But you do need to cleanse all of the outside parts. I don't think I need to name them. But you guys know you got the lips, and you got them 2 little cracks in the lips, and you got a couple other crevices in between. And it's a lot of sweat and discharge and oil stuck up in them cracks. I'm doing emotions because this is the shape of a coochie, okay, a coochie. If you work out and you're just using water, God bless you. Listen here, there are other feminine washes if you want that you can use that don't have chemicals or harsh parabens. So this is an example. This is the Honey Pot. It's not sponsored. I bought the Honey Pot with my own money. This is not my first bottle of the Honey Pot. This is a sensitive foaming wash. They have other ones. They just came out with a new scent, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I should be sponsored. Honey Pot, call me. But this has no parabens, no dioxide. It's plant-based feminine care. Okay, it's 100% natural, and it's pH 3.5 to 4.5. It contains colloidal silver. It's cruelty-free, and it's sulfate-free. Have you guys ever washed down there and you just feel like there's still like an oil film layer in those cracks and crevices? So especially in the summertime, I would say 2 pumps of this, you wash it, it gets rid of that layer instantly. Another wash that I I'm never gonna let go of. I'm never gonna leave, because I don't just use the honey pot. I use Dove. Now there's a lot of controversy about the Dove, because it is about the Dove's bar soap, because it is a beauty bar and it's not an antibacterial soap. Listen, teach his own. I will say one good antibacterial soap would be Dial, but Dial personally dries my skin out and it irritates me when my skin is dry. So I use what I know works for me, because I do have sensitive skin. You guys know I have eczema. I say it in almost every video. But the Dove Sensitive Skin Bar has never failed me. I've never had issues with the Dove Sensitive Skin Bar. I use a combination of the Dove bar and the honey pot, and I also use a little bit of Dr. Bronner's. I don't use it in my coochie, I use it in my butt, but hey. Next, I want to talk about keeping your kitty fresh throughout the day. When I go to the bathroom, especially in the summertime, or if I'm on my period, or whatever the case may be, I like to use flushable wipes. I've talked about flushable wipes from probably the beginning of my YouTube journey, when I made my first hygiene video. I still use these flushable wipes to this day. I just want to let you guys know that I do stand by the things that I promote to you guys, even though it's not sponsored and I'm not getting anything back from it. I do stand by what I tell you guys. I wouldn't tell you guys something that wasn't authentically from myself and my journey. So I made my first hygiene video, I want to say 2 to 3 years ago, and I showed these in that video and I'm still using it to this day. So they're the truth. Not the most high quality wipes, but they're hypoallergenic, they're unscented. It says fresh scent, but they're unscented, and they're made with 100% plant-based fibers, and they're biodegradable. And they're flushable. I didn't even know they were plant-based fibers, but hey. So it comes with 48 wipes per pack, and I buy these as a 3-pack, and they're about $4 for a pack of 3 at Walmart. These are the Equate brand flushable wipes. So I definitely recommend using wipes when you go to do number 2, when you're on your period, when it's a hot day and you just using the bathroom and you want to freshen up. I definitely recommend wipes. Wipes are a great way to keep your downstairs area fresh and ready at all times. Now I want to talk about cleaning your butt properly. A lot of these videos that I've seen over the years pretty much focus on the kitty, but what if it's not your kitty that's thinking? What if it's your booty? Are you cleaning your butt properly? I would say just as much focus as you put into your kitty, make sure you're putting as much focus or keeping that same energy with your behind, okay? Because you don't want to be out and about and you know you got sweat in the butt, you got stank in the butt. It's just not a good time. Keep that same energy when it comes to cleaning your backside. As much energy as you keep with the front, keep it with the back, okay? So like I said, when I wash my bootay, of course I use the honey pot, but I mostly use the honey pot to focus on the front part. I have used it on my butt, but I feel like it's kind of like if I'm using other soaps. So this is mainly for the front area. I use this for my front area as well, but for my butt I use my Dove bar soap and I mix it with my Dr. Bronner soap. Of course it's diluted, so it's probably more bar soap to Dr. Bronner ratio. But yeah, so and I use that and I wash those areas more than once. I normally wash them twice. Well, I normally wash my body more than one time anyways, but those 2 areas I focus on. I wash them a couple of times because I want to make sure I'm good for the day or good for the night, whatever. Next thing I want to talk about is when you're going to the bathroom. Of course we covered the whole wipe situation, but I want to make sure you guys know to wipe front to back. I've talked about this in a video before, but a lot of times women get urinary tract infections or UTIs or bladder infections because they aren't wiping the right way. Your butt carries a lot of bacteria that the front does not need to have, and because the holes are so close together, you just want to make sure that you're doing the right thing to not enable any infections. So when you go to the bathroom, whether you're peeing or you're pooping, whatever it is that you're doing, make sure you're wiping front to back. So I would say get some tissue. I'll go in with tissue first and then a wipe, okay? So yeah, either way, just make sure you're wiping front to back, because back to front can lead to lots of things that you don't want. I'm talking bacterial vaginosis, I'm talking yeast infections, bladder infections. It just can mess up your urinary tract and you just don't want that to happen. You want to leave that bacteria back in the back, okay? And you want her to shine in the front, okay? You want that flower to be the main show, the main attraction. You don't need no junkies from the back. All right, let them stay back there. Let the haters stay in the back. Let's talk about panties. Panties. girl, it's cool to have those sexy, lacy, thong, silky underwears. We all got them. We all love them. Them velvet panties, okay? But those are not your everyday wear panties. So I have my sexy panties, I have my period panties, and I have my everyday panties. And I'm sure I'm not the only, I'm positive I'm not the only girl that categorizes her underwear. I can't be. So I have underwear that I will only wear if I'm like going out for a special occasion. Like I got a dress on, I got my makeup beat, got my nails and my toes done. Oh, I'm pulling out the velvet leopard thong, okay? Because that's one period. But then I have my days where I'm just in the house chilling, and I might wear me like a nice little seamless. Why am I talking about my underwear choices? Anyways, y'all, the point that I'm trying to make is a lot of the times those sexy panties, if they're silky or velvety, they might not have like a cotton lining. And so you want to be careful with those. Those are not your everyday wear. A lot of the materials that aren't cotton are not breathable, and it makes it hard for your vagina to breathe, and that's very important. It doesn't matter what season it is, but right now, since we're transitioning from spring to summer, and I know I live in the South where it's hot, it matters a lot, okay? Did I just rhyme? I did. Yeah, I would say cotton, 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 cotton. And I understand that, like I said, those sexy panties aren't always cotton panties, or cotton material rather. So try to save your sexy panties for, you know, your sexy days. But as far as everyday panties, cotton is the way to go, okay? And they make some cute cotton candy. What the heck? They make some cute cotton panties. So, okay, you want to make sure that coochie can breathe. And speaking of breathing coochies, go a couple nights throughout the week with sleeping with no panties. Put on a nightgown or a large t-shirt or some loose shorts maybe, however you like to sleep, and sleep with no panties. Let that coochie breathe. Tight clothes. Tight clothes. If them jeans, if you're struggling and you don't know if you should go a size up and you're trying to hold on to that little size because you can't believe you gained some quarantine weight, but your coochie is screaming, let it go. Let it go. Throw them jeans away, or give them jeans away, or do something, okay? Because it's not worth it. You do not want to suffocate the coochie. You don't want to suffocate the flower. It's gonna die. You don't want to do that. So, clothes that are too tight, panties that are too tight, shorts. I know it's short season, ladies. Shorts that are too tight. All of these things can cause an excess moisture, trapping all that moisture, that sweat, that bacteria up in there. Oh yeah, it's the coochie party. Forget hot girl summer. It's a hot coochie summer, okay? That is disgusting. Let them tight behind clothing go. Why you think they call it sundress season? This is her time to shine. Throw on a sundress and some nice breathable panties, and everybody's happy, all right? There's a lot of talk and a lot of popularity floating the internet about different probiotics. I know Hum has a good probiotic. I've heard good reviews on it. I haven't tried it for myself. And then of course Azo or Azo, I have tried those because yeah. But I would recommend probiotics in pill form. These are things that you can take on the daily to keep your pH balance up and to make sure everything is running smoothly. If you know that you can't get your antioxidants or probiotics from what you're eating, I would definitely recommend trying a pill. This one right here might touch a few feelings, but let's talk about sugar scrubs, okay? I recently stopped using sugar scrubs on my downstairs area because I did some research. At first I was like, I don't know if I should use this, but I kept doing it because I was like, I need to exfoliate. I have a Tree Hut collection, and I also have a couple of other sugar scrubs. And I was just sitting one day thinking like, maybe it's not right for me to use this. So I started doing some research, of course. I found in my research that sugar scrubs is like food, and you like feeding your vajayjay, and you know, then the bacteria gonna build up, and then boom, yeast infection. And I don't want that, so I don't want y'all to have that either. So I would say if you're using sugar scrubs down there, try not to. I know it's the easiest way to exfoliate, but I would recommend getting some exfoliating gloves. They sell them at Dollar Tree, they sell them at Target, Walmart. But I would recommend just using an exfoliating glove or an exfoliating washcloth and using your soap of choice and just, you know, exfoliating like that. If you're, you know, exfoliating for waxing or shaving purposes or ingrown hair purposes rather. So yeah, try to cut back on the sugar scrubs because you want to eliminate the bacteria, which leads to odor. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much all the tips that I have for you guys. I don't have any like deodorizing sprays that I use. I try not to use things like that. Like the honey pot was a stretch for me. Because it's natural, I like it. But as far as like using extra things down there, I figured out, just like with my skin, less is more. You don't really need too much. I hope I was helpful. I really hope I was helpful. I hope I was able to help somebody out as far as scents and odors. And also, like I said, if these tips don't help you, or if the videos that you watch on YouTube aren't helpful and you're still struggling with an odor, don't be afraid or be ashamed to seek professional help or professional guidance, because like I said, it could be something deeper that I'm not able to talk about, or that I'm not knowledgeable to talk about. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and like I always say, stay blessed, stay prayed up, and stay tuned, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, babes.